Township High School Stadium for tonight's WPIAL Class AAA Section 5 game. Tonight's contest features the Upper St. Clair Panthers versus our Peters Township Indians. Officials for tonight's game, Tom Cronin, Nick Bunovich, and Paul DeVers. And now the starting lineup for Upper St. Clair, who comes into this game with an overall record of 6 wins, no losses, and 2 ties, and a Section 5 record of 4 wins, no losses, and 1 tie. Number 12, senior defender, Nathan Brindle. Number 6, senior midfielder, Justin Burdett. Number 3, junior defender, Chris Burke. Number 17, senior midfielder, Mike Cartier. Number 15, senior midfielder, Sean Convoy. Number 14, junior midfielder, Delomo Vincent. The goalkeeper, junior, Mark Papp. Number 9, senior defender, Eric Levine. Number 28, senior forward, Len Mill. Number 2, senior midfielder, Nick Palmieri. Panthers are coached by Yuba Snyder, Adam Hunter, Ryan Schwabel, and Fred Jackson.
Missed a player.
All right. And now our starting lineup for the Peters Township Indians, who come into this game with an overall record of 6 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie, and a record of 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie in Section 5 play. Goalkeeper and senior captain, Kevin Noon. Number 2, senior defender and captain, Garrett McLean. Number 7, senior defender, Mike Nat. Number 10, senior midfielder and captain, Phil Krasinski. Number 6, junior forward, Mark Majoris. Number 15, junior defender and captain, Patrick Russo. Number 9, junior forward, Shane Pruitt. Number 12, junior midfielder, Zach Schaefer. Number 11, junior midfielder, Mark Lacey. Number 8, sophomore defender, Greg Weimer. Number 14, sophomore forward, Christian Brandsetter.
Breaking the huddle, and we're ready to start. St. Clair out possession first, with the 2 forwards, Lenny Mills and Nick Palmieri, ready to kick it off.
Yeah, speaking of Nick Palmieri, I know earlier before the game today he wasn't sure if he was going to play tonight. He's nursing a bit of an injury in his left leg, so he did decide to go tonight, but we'll see if he's used to his normal extent or if they're going to give him a couple more breaks than usual tonight.
Panthers sit atop Section 5 right now. And we start the attack. Set up with Eric Levine in the back. Midfield hit. The hallmark of this team has been ball control. We make an effort to get ball possession. Sean Conboy heads it back to the 30. There's a found man into the box, and it's in already. 1-0 in the first minute of play here. Shane Pruitt scored with an assist to Majoris. We're back on our heels, and the ball ended up in the net.
And Peters typically they're a team that likes to come out running all their guns hard from the beginning. And Coach Snyder warned the team before the game that they were going to come out hard and we had to be ready. And that's exactly what happened. So we'll see if the Panthers can counter here.
This is the first game that we've been scored against first. We've been out in front in each of our games. So this will be a pull up your socks and start playing again here. Plenty of game left. You just got to be patient. They'll set up the offense. And again, down 1-0 in the first minute of play. And it'll be a throw-in for Peters coming on the attack. Long throw down the sidelines, controlled. Vince Delomo settles the ball. Robbie Merritt to Mike Cartier. Peters turns it. Chris Burke steps up. The triple team recovers the ball for the Panthers. And we're going our direction. Panthers call. Free kick from the 30.
And the Peters fans vocal as usual over there on the other side. No matter what the call is, they don't typically agree with it unless it's going for their team.
Centered into Nate Brindle. Cross to the right wing, Eric Levine pushes it up to the midfielders. And Robbie Merritt on the line. Back to Cartier, moving it through the middle. Lenny's making a turn. And the defense collapses on him. High bounce into the box. And Nick's taken down. We're going the other way on a Peters call.
I don't know about that one. Looks like the kid took Palmieri down, plain as day to me, but we're going the other way.
Goalkeeper's taking the foul. Pushing the ball out. Headed back by Cartier. Robbie Merritt can't get there. And Peters comes back on the attack with a throw-in.
Long throw.
Playing two men forward against a four-man back. Okay, and we've recovered the ball after a little bit of chase, and Nate sets it up in the back. An active Peters Township white shirts running all over the field. St. Clair throwing on the near side. Eric Levine takes it into Mike Cartier. And we're going black again down the sidelines. And everybody looked for a call. It's going white. Peters Township throwing. Again, another long one to the 40. Ball was out before the save by Merritt. And it's Panthers ball at the 50-yard line. Consistently, we've been in a counter-punching mode early in the game and then setting up an offense. Well, Peters took it to us early this time, so we've got to come back now. They continue to press the attack. And Vince Delomo comes across. Eric Levine steps up. And it's an offside call. Offside against Peters will take the kick. Consistently, we've started the ball from the back, brought it through the midfielders, and then set up the forwards on breaks. And this is the way we're going to set this direct kick up. Eric Levine taking it from the 30, sending it forward to the opposite 30. I call on Mike Cartier, going the other way with Peters. Peters with a quick start, gained 5 yards, and we're moving forward. Long ball over the top. Marcast is on the edge of the box and comes over to make an easy save. Letting the offense set up. Mark hits a long ball to the 40. There's a whistle. Calling Cartier with the arm. Another long ball over the top. And it's a goal kick out of the end zone.
Good play in the corner there by Chris Burke.
Uh,
Oh, and apparently
that
he
was
drew a foul.
Dangerously across the box, but it was open. Robbie Merritt looking for Mike Cartier in the middle, cut off. Nate rides him right off. Active in the back, Nate Brindle's out of the center and over in the corner, working hard.
Good physical play from Nate. That's what we like to see from him early.
Sean steps up. Eric Fans on the turn. And we're playing below our 6 right now at this point. Tried to use a defender. And it's back to the top of the box. With a shot past the goal line and a goal kick coming out for the Panthers. Still haven't gotten into a steady flow of play from the Panthers right now. Marcast will take the goal kick. Clear into the 40. Peters recovers and sends it back in on a long ball again. With these quick forwards, they're sending them long. Eric Levine makes a nice stop. Ball's centered. Got a scramble and a man wide open in an offside position. Good call by the referee. A lot of active forward play from the white Peters Township Indians. Eric Levine played the ball to the defender. And we're going with a throw in down the sidelines. Vince DeLomo's clearing it, changing the field. And Chris Burke sets up. Good exchanges in the back by the defensive pairings. Nice pass to Palmieri. Back to DeLomo. Now we're opening up the field a little bit with an interception by an active midfielder, number 12. Robbie Merritt's there to break up the attack. And Peters recovers, sending it back to set up. Peters is starting to turn into a patient team rather than the breakaway long ball play. They're content to make an active team play. Into the box on a long ball again. Justin Burdett called for out of bounds. We're coming back with a throw. Now we'll see if they take an active into the box throw. And a feed over top with a hook. Mark makes a nice highest point of attack catch and getting ready to send the team back on the attack. Panthers need to start generating some ball control and passing. Nice header win by Peters and set back. Mike Cartier. Peters settles the ball and sets up again. Forwards are trying to pressure and double. Play it all the way back to the keeper. Keeper back to the outside right. We're playing keep away in the back until we open the field up. Out of bounds off the Panthers, and the Peters will have a throw. 20-yard throw down the sidelines. And again, offside. Forwards are fast. They're taking quick steps. If they're getting caught on the offside trap, it's great for this 4 backs. Nate Brindle's taking the clearing pass. Sending it deep upfield, line drive, through and out. Peters will take a throw in at the 30, coming back. Mike Cartier active in the middle, intercepts. Ridden out on the play, ball Peters. Chris Burke makes a stop. And we've got Vince DeLomo bringing it out. Nick Palmieri is onside. Active goalkeeper comes out and clears the ball. We're set back up at the 30. Trying to generate, again, positional attack to this. Keeper lets it go out of bounds. And it's ruled a goal kick, obviously. Looking for a corner kick for the Panthers, but goal kick coming out for the Indians. Goalkeeper clears to the 45 with a header help. Still bouncing around, lots of heads. And over the top, and it's a call going the other way. Everybody thought that was going over the top. Lenny got called for under. Peters has a free kick, going straight into the box. Mark comes off the line. And again, everybody was pinned at the 6. Ball goes across the goal line. We're coming out with a goal kick. Mark setting up for the goal kick. Clears it out to the 40, looking for help. Does get it from Vince DeLomo. Out of bounds, Peters throwing. This has been a consistent turnaround here. We have plenty of turnovers at midfield, letting Peters generate the attack from midfield in. Headers, ball's in the air. Still alive, inbounds. Mike Cartier settles, gets taken down. This time we are going to get this call. St. Clair Panthers setting up at the 35. They're 35 going upfield. Sent across to Nate Brindle, Sean Conboy. Dummied across to the right, to the left side. Chris Burke sends it up. Great passing. And then a long ball by Justin Burdett. Good ball control there. That's the first time we've generated 3 passes.
High punt.
High punt to about the 45. And we've settled it down. Justin Burdett trying to look for Nick Palmieri breaking. Robbie Merritt making a corner run. Lenny in the middle. Nick's carrying it across. Carries a lot of bodies of white with him. Justin Burdett tries to make a step up and forces a turnover. Justin Burdett, slip of a throw. In, Peters controls, sends it across to the open side of the field. Sean makes a nice interception, breaks up an active play up front. Peters again on the run. And lost out of bounds. We've got some speedy forwards here trying to put pressure on this back line. Panthers throw in deep in their defensive zone. Chris Burke's going to take it. 20-yard throw. Out of bounds. Peters' ball coming in on the offensive side at the 20-yard line. Centered by the outside mid. Again, another center shot, left-footed through the uprights. Mark Hass taking a goal kick out. Okay, substitutes have been made. We're still staying with our starting lineup. And a goal kick out of bounds. These turnarounds at the 50-yard line are putting Peters Township Indians in a strong offensive position. Nice play by Nate. Again, offside. We're holding a steady line across the back. Nate's going to take the offside start. Over center field, taken on a header by Peters Township Indians and sent back on the offensive. Chris Burke will take the throw in for the Panthers. Again, a lot of disruption in our play. We've got to stabilize that. Chris comes up, steps into a header. Peters Township recovers possession. Try the long ball down low this time, not over the top. And it's a goal kick. Okay, we've got substitutions here. Mark tried a quick start. Mark has to take this goal kick, and Mike McCurry is coming in for Justin Burdett in the midfield position on the outside left. Mark makes it clear to the 40. Chris Burke active with a good left foot. Feeds it ahead to Lenny Mills. And they feed it back to the goalkeeper for possession and a quick clear out of bounds. Starting from the 30-yard line this time on an offensive throw by Mike McCurry. Looking for Lenny Mills. Comes across to Vince DeLomo. Fed back to Eric and Robbie Merritt. Now we've opened up the field a little bit, but the swarming white shirts of Peters Township Indians are on the chase. They're active and they are quick. Turn over to the Indians. Looking down to the corner, nobody there. It's a throw out deep in the defensive zone by Eric Levine. Mike Cartier takes control, double teamed. That was kind of a hallmark on the undefeated team from last year, that they like to double team, triple team in the open field. They had a lot of active players. Okay, and the call is going the Panthers' way on the bump. Eric's going to take the free kick. No, he's relieving it to Nathan. Nathan Brindle sends it to the forwards, back to Vince DeLomo in the middle of the field. Again, one or two passes and there's an Indian standing nearby. Double teams, across the field to the white shirts, and we're back in a defensive posture. Nick Palmieri and Lenny are trying to double team and pressure the forwards. Ball played all the way back to the keeper. And he's looking for a big clear out and takes it to the midfield. Nice step up by Eric Levine. Again, another interception. Robbie Merritt. Out of bounds, Peters. St. Clair throw-in. Throw-in. And again, we're getting double teamed up front. Errant kick. Took his own man off the head. And we're turned around. Robbie Merritt has control on the sidelines. Looking up. Nick Palmieri makes a nice stop. Nick going across the middle again. And we've got a takedown on a call. We've got a direct kick going in. First offensive threat we've generated here.
This is a good opportunity right here. It looks like we're going to almost play it like a corner, trying to get a head on it in deep. You see Conboy running down there to get the extra height.
Yeah, we have flooded down to the box, sitting on about the 18. Eric Levine chips it over the top, headed by the Peters Township, and Mike McCurry makes a turn. And another try by Justin. That was an outside hit on a left foot by Nick Palmieri. Good attempt to go cross goal on the goalkeeper. He was out of position. Goes across the goal line, and the goalkeeper will take a free kick from the 6. Good kick, clears midfield on the, and we've turned it around. This is the kind of play that Peters was getting on us. Chris Burke heads it up in the air, is on the chase. An offensive move again by the Peters Township white shirts. We've got substitutes coming in on the offensive side for us. Shea Kumar comes in for Robbie Merritt. Mark Haas taking the goal kick. Put back in play with a helper from Vince DeLomo and Mike Cartier. Mike settles it. We're on the attack. Lenny Mills on the outside. A nice ball. Come on. And Lenny has a shot. Goes wide side. Just misses. Tough angle, but he had the right idea going to the open side of the net. Nice feed by Mike Cartier. That's the kind of spurt that we need to get this team moving. Another goalkeeper kick. Substitutions for the Indians. Bringing it in on the defensive side. Clears the midfield. Headed out and helped. And Sean Conboy comes up with it. Couple good efforts by our guys. We're getting, and the ball goes to the corner. It's a long throw from our defensive corner. Eric Levine will take the throw. Shea Kumar makes a touch. And we're looking to generate out. Vince DeLomo steps in nicely. Clears to the back line of Peters, who's standing like a wall at the 50. Fed in long at the... Mike McCurry comes out with the ball. On the run, Nick Palmieri looking for Lenny. Turned the wrong way. Good idea, but Lenny was looking outside. And the goalkeeper's going to come out with a punt. Another high punt to midfield. And Peters comes up with a loose ball. Peters going back on attack, moving the midfielders into the play. Nate Brindle steps up, looking for number 13 on the outside, and it's another long pass across the goal line. Substitution coming in, Robbie Merritt for Nick Palmieri. Robbie Merritt's playing up on top with Lenny Mills. Shea Kumar's playing this outside midfield position where he substituted for Merritt before. Mark makes the clearing goal kick. Mike Cartier helps it out. And we're on the attack at the 40. Robbie Merritt tries to send it up to Lenny. Sean Conboy makes a nice stop and a pass to Vince DeLomo. Across to Mike McCurry. And Peters intercepts. Long ball again, chased into the corner. Nice work by Sean Conboy to work that out with pressure. Mike McCurry on a touch. Chris Burke off the white shirt, and we're going down towards the with a Panther throwing. Long throw by Chris Burke. And Peters Township Indians come up with the ball, coming back in on the attack. Peters Township is not afraid to push the speed up front and also push the attack in this game for sure. We're sitting at 1-0 at about 15 minutes left in the first half. An early goal within the first minute by Peters Township. And Marcast is taking the goal kick out. To the 40, intercepted by the Indians. Mike Cartier comes up with it. Play on. And they cross the ball to the open wing on the right. Active speed intercepted nicely by Chris Burke. Outside to Eric Levine in the back. And back to Nate Brindle to start. Forwards are pressuring. We have 3 white shirts on the outside here. Nice play. Got it through to Shea Kumar. Lenny was hung up, but he did work his way around that. We get a throw in deep in the Indian zone. Out to Mike Cartier. Peters Township uses the sidelines as an extra defender, and that was the explanation on how they used defense last year. They put 2 and 3 players, push the ball to the outside. Nate makes a nice chop step back and gets run down on the foul. Nate turned around and looked for the run over by number 9, and he got the call. Short ball centered to Sean Conboy, brought up the middle and settled on the outside by Eric Levine. Looking long, blocked by Indians out of bounds. Substitution, Nick Palmieri looking to get it on the offensive side of the field. And Lenny Mills is out. So we've got Robbie Merritt, Nick Palmieri up front. Vince DeLomo, Mike McCurry, Mike Cartier, and Ashay Kumar as midfielders. Goes to the corner for an effort at a cross. Robbie plays it off the man. And we've got a throw-in on the offensive side of the field. Goes to the box. Peters sends it out of bounds. Eric looks for Ashay. Back to Eric Levine. Played it off the defender. Again, these guys like to use the sidelines as a friend. Centered in and headed. And the Indians are settling the ball up front. A lot of speed on the field for the white-shirted Peters Township Indians and a lot of point-to-point passes. They're looking for the open man, and they're finding them tonight. Nice interception and step by Sean Conboy. A double team he worked himself out of. And we're playing it back to Nate Brindle to start again. Back to Mark. Outside to Eric. Eric looking upfield for the attack. Nick Palmieri gets a little bump from behind. And comes back up with the ball. Plays it to himself. And the ball crosses over. Mike McCurry's in open field. Actively, this Peters Township team is getting to the ball. Mike Cartier comes in to make a slide tackle, disrupts the play. And Palmieri comes up with the ball. Makes a nice turn. Looking for Robbie Merritt on a nice ball down the sidelines. It's dying. Defender quickly comes back. There's a discussion now between a corner kick or a goal kick. Now we're changing referees. I thought they were going to discuss that call. It's a foul called on Robbie Merritt coming out. And this clearing comes directly out of bounds to the left. So we're going to take a throw in on the offensive side of the field. Eric Levine throws it in. Nick Palmieri is clutched and grabbed, and we're still playing on. Palmieri comes out of it with a strong offensive effort. and passes to Sean Conboy in the center. Looking for Mike McCurry to go down the sidelines, and the goalkeeper's coming out to play. Lets it go across the goal line. Another goal kick by the keeper for Peters Township. Peters Township's speed has steadily disrupted our patient ball control offense that we're trying to set up. And his outlet comes to midfield, headed forward by his midfielder, and Vince DeLomo comes out with it. Chris Burke steps up, gets into the play, and sends it ahead to a streaking Robbie Merritt. About a step too early. One more step, he chips it over the goalkeeper possibly. A punt by the goalkeeper out. Headed over the top. And Peters Township is mounting an offensive threat. Into the corner, crossed across the box, over top of the goal. It'll be a deep throw in for St. Clair. Now they're calling that a goal kick. Lenny Mills back in the lineup. Robbie Merritt out. And Mark taking a goal kick. Low line drive, helped out by Vince DeLomo. Chris Burke makes a great slide tackle with a forward advantage, and it looked almost like a handball stop by the defender. Keeper comes out, kicks it out of bounds. That's the kind of transition game that we may need to get into in this game right off the bat. Rather than the patient defensive setup and moving the ball in, we may need to spread them out and get some quick rushes. Vince DeLomo settles the ball to Cartier. Cartier double team. Vince gets it out of there. Four white defenders on two. Mike Cartier heads it with an effort towards the net. Saved by the keeper. Keeper's coming out with a punt. Semi-drop kick almost, about the 50. Stayed low, and we've settled the ball. Panthers on the attack. Ashay Kumar moving down the sidelines. Makes a step over again. Just out of the reach of Mike Cartier. Long ball over the top. On the far side, takes a shot. Long ball over the defense, and we were chasing. But a tough angle, crossed the box. Nate Brindle's taking this goal kick. There's a Peters Township Indian sub. Nate to about the 45. Mike Cartier trying to gain control and advantage. Nick comes back, Nick Palmieri. Got a grab, and we've got a kick going our direction. Eric Levine goes a quick start across to Nate Brindle. Vince DeLomo in the middle, double teamed. Ball taken away. And a foul push called on Vince DeLomo. Peters Township will start with a direct kick at the 45, goes short. And they're spreading the field. Three guys at the 18 ready for a break with a header across, and Sean Conboy comes in to break it up. Vince settles it down. Mike Cartier up to Nick Palmieri. Lenny was on the run and just intercepted by number 15, the back, on a nice head play. Mike McCurry resettles it. Mike Cartier comes across, finds Lenny down the middle. Nate Brindle restarts from the back. A lot of quick action up and down here. Substitution, Justin Burdett in for Shea Kumar as a midfield position. Pace of the game is active and fast, and it's playing to Peters Township advantage at this point. Long throw down into the corner, across the goal line, and the keeper gets a free kick out. Playing deep for a deep kick. We need to intercept here and go back in. In the air, push off, and we're going black. Mike McCurry got undercut by the Peters Township forward. So the push-off gets us into an offensive position. Chris Burke takes a quick start across to Nate Brindle, bringing it all the way across the field to Eric Levine. Again, quick to the ball. Mike Cartier. Little bump, little check, and that's knocking us off the ball. Throw in Peters Township. Over the top. No possession. Lenny Mills has a touch. He's through the defense. Again, active defenders making a run off of the ball. Lenny was set to tee it up. Gives us a corner kick. Justin Burdett's taking the corner from the near side. Ball over the top. Eric Levine on the far side. Tries a shot. Lots of bodies in the middle. And we've got another corner coming the other direction from the far side. These set plays would like him to pay off real fast here. Ball centered in the middle by Mike McCurry. A lot of bodies up high. Nick Palmieri comes out of it. And they run through the ball. Peters Township sends it to the back. Nate Brindle sends them in. Lots of black shirts up front. We have numbers. Mike McCurry on the far side. Crosses in the middle. Nice header out. Nate Brindle to settle down. Justin Burdett. Nice ball into Nick Palmieri. These quick starts and these quick activities up front are going to give us a chance. Slide tackle that didn't get much of the ball. Gives us a corner, and Justin Burdett tries it again. Another set play. We're at 2:45 with a set piece coming from the corner. Nice hit almost. Vince DeLomo came through there, tried to take it out of the air and hit a defender. Nate chips it over the top. Goalkeeper's very active and comes out to the 18 almost. Settles it down. Waits for pressure. Mike and Chris Burdett takes it out of the air. Peters Township possession. And another effort to the back line. Nice play by Sean Conboy to disrupt that play. Cross into the center. Nate settles it out. Gives an offensive throw to Peters Township. Threw back to the 40-yard line. They've got four guys set at the 18, waiting for a cross coming over. Settles to the back line. We're 2-on-2. Mike Cartier. Strong midfield play. Settles it to Mike McCurry. Mike Cartier again. And Mike McCurry. Oh, a forearm and a hit from behind. We're definitely going to get a foul call on that. We're down to 1:10 on the clock. Last minute of play in the first half with a direct kick at the 40-yard line. 1-0 is the score. That first goal within the first minute still standing up by Peters Township. Last minute of play sent in by Eric Levine to the 18. A lot of clutching and grabbing at the 18. Mike McCurry got taken down, no call. And Sean Conboy intercepts. Peters Township still has control of the ball. Tried the center. Tough decision there. He had a shot. He passed to the center. Man didn't get to the ball. Over the top, we got three guys crashing again with a header, with a chip, with an opposite post, and we've got a last-minute foul. Last-minute goal also. We've got the referee making an offside call. Referee made an offside call. The goal is not allowed. That's our call from here. And it was a quick start by Nate to get the ball out of there. We got 21.4 seconds on the clock. They already put the second goal up, and the goal is disallowed on an offside call. A break for the Panthers. A good step by the defense saved that goal. Peters Township is looking for the call, and they're still arguing the play. We're still in a quick start position. No referees whistled it back into play. There goes the clock starting to run, and a hit on the sidelines. The referees, again, have kind of gotten into a shabby explanation here. And we're going to play out the half. At 1-0, Peters Township leading on a first-minute goal. And here we are to start the second half action again. First-minute goal stood all the way to the last minute of play for a disallowed Peters Township goal on an offside call. And we're ready to start second half of play with St. Clair moving right to left. Starting lineup is intact. And I do see David Steen now at a midfield position, number 20. Peters takes the kick, sends it forward, and out of bounds on the in line, and we'll take a goal kick coming back out. Peters did come to play from the opening whistle. Been pushing the ball on offense. We've had spurts and we've also had chances. Second half regrouping should bring us out in a different spirit, hopefully. Mark clears forward. Active check from behind and we get the call for a free kick. Chris Burke setting up for a long ball. Goes on the ground to Vince DeLomo. Vince DeLomo out to David Steen. Into plenty of traffic. Lenny Mills trying to split the defense. And the white Peters Township comes left to right and moves the ball back out. 20-yard long ball. Looked like a handball trap. They called it a chest down. Referee was behind the play. Tries for a cross. Hits off David Steen. And it's going to be a corner kick for Peters. St. Clair, we're blocked right now on who the player down is. And it's Chris Burke. Chris Burke gets up, shakes the cobwebs off, and we're set for a corner kick coming in. Pruitt's taking the corner kick, and he was the goal scorer. Sets up for a cross with 5 men in front. Goalkeeper's disrupted by a white shirt. Mark comes the highest point and brings the ball down. A nice quick start throw out to Nick Palmieri. Chips it over the midfielder who's active. Gets a push. And we got 2-on-1. And they disrupt it in the back. That was a great outlet pass throw that started them down the sidelines. Robbie Merritt on the far side is getting called back for a card. It was on the home team's side of the field. Plenty of boisterous change over there. A lot of assistant referees in the stands. And we're going in with a direct kick for the Peters Township Indians. That was a great offensive transition that we want to see. That seems to be the way to beat this speed. Speed steps up, and we do a transition going the other direction. Uva's looking for an explanation. And I think it was a good solid bump by Robbie Merritt that turned into a call from the stands to embellish the call to a yellow card. We're set up, explanations made. Peters Township is coming in with a direct kick. Long ball over the top. Sailor marks coming out and makes the highest point catch. They're going as far in and as deep in as they can. Open field for David Steen coming up the outside. What is nice about the throwouts by the goalkeeper, it's 100% ball. Black to black, home team to home. St. Clair to St. Clair throw. Mark comes way out of the box and runs into the player. Takes a dive, and we're going to get a yellow card on Mark Hast. There are an awful lot of people here helping the referees, and we'll see what happens. Is it a card? Isn't a card? Is it a discussion? Mark's explaining his position. Two referees are conferring. He came out to protect himself. Came up to the ball, man ran into him, went down. No call, no yellow card, lots of discussion. That's a good break for us. Hopefully that's going to step our team up. Mark's made key saves early in games to make a turnaround on some of these games and get our offensive active. We'll see if that makes a difference or not. Mark has the kick. Really, it's goalkeeper interference. It's fed back in. Mark takes it off the punt. Big leg to the 40 on the opposite side of the field. We don't have possession. These 50-50 balls, we do have to make some possession catches. A nice chip over the top. Nick Palmieri made a nice break right on the ball. Sean Conboy, this is getting chippy. There's a hit in the middle, number 9, coming over the top and swinging at Nate Brindle. Now we'll see if this is a card for each or if this is a card for, there's a yellow card going to 9 on Pruitt. Nate tries a quick start, which we did in the first half. A clean retaliation play. Nate plays physical a lot of the time, but it's always in a clean manner. He's a wall. Came over the top, gave a good swing. Now he's sitting on the sidelines for next stoppage of play. This could get chippy here. We're looking for a goal. We're looking for offensive push. Nate's taking the play, and it looks like Peters is going to be content to play long ball for a while. Long, clear, header back. We'll take a corner if the keeper can't get there. It's out of bounds. His 1 foot was out, too. Keeper did a fumble play down there on the goal line with pressure, so we'll hopefully got these guys shook up a little bit. David Steen's taking the corner on the near side. We're set up with plenty of big bodies in the front. Looking for Sean Conboy, looking for Nick Palmieri coming through for a header. Short, comes to the top of the box. David Steen, and he came from an offside position. Couldn't play that ball. Goalkeeper takes a free kick on the offside call. Peters Township goalkeeper sends it to the 45. Mike Cartier wins it on a header. And Justin Burdett settles it down. White shirts are playing long ball again. Sean Conboy steps in. Almost had a break in Lenny Mills. Eric Levine does a nice play. Crosses it in the middle to Vince DeLomo. David Steen run off the ball with his shoulder. We get the call going down the sidelines. And on the near side, a yellow card. Number 13 for number 2 for Peters Township, one of the captains. Game is definitely getting chippy, and we're starting to show some activity on the Peters Township, running people over. No play of the ball. Eric Levine will take the direct kick. We're holding the 18. And Eric does a nice service in usually. A good chip over the top. Header down. Nobody in position to get that ball. A lot of white shirts blocked. Chris Burke brings it to the outside. Serves it to David Steen. Just a bit long. Peters Township seems content here with a 1-0 score to play some long ball for a while to look for a big break. Goalkeeper's taking a kick and sends it out to midfield. Vince DeLomo heads it down. White shirt takes control, and Peters is back on the attack. Eric Levine intercepts, overtaken from behind on the hold. Nate Brindle takes the kick, and we're going to look for another deep hit. A lot of chippiness, a lot of stoppage of play, so nobody can really generate any offensive control. Quick punt out, stopped by Vince DeLomo on a header. David Steen gives him room and makes the defensive effort to come back on the play. Nate Brindle clears and protects himself. Peters Township is setting up the offense. Spread field, kicks it out of bounds on an errant pass, an unforced error going the other direction. We've got a defensive side throw from Eric Levine into Mike Cartier. Looks to midfield. Peters trying to control and turn. Forwards are disrupting the play. Nice effort up front. Sean Conboy comes over the top and heads it out. Pruitt is the setup man, number 9, and sends the ball in. Justin Burdett called for a bump from behind, and we're going in with the direct kick. Peters lines up 5 men on the 18. And the kick is coming in from about the 30-yard line on the football field. Consistently, this has been an over-the-top hook shot. Nice chip. Outside header inside. 6 foots it, and we clear out to the 40. Step up by Chris Burke, looking for Lenny Mills on the run. Nice head to disrupt the play by Nate Brindle. Peters Township sends it long out of bounds. Chris Burke picks it up. Quick long throw. Mike Cartier tries to send it ahead to Lenny Mills. Peters again, an unforced error out of bounds. We'll gain 20 yards on the throw in here. Chris Burke on the near side with the throw. Called on a push by Nick Palmieri. Free kick, taking it across to the open side of the field, far side. A lot of green carpet, making a run up the side, stepped around, and we got Nick Palmieri up front. Lineup looks like this. Nick Palmieri and Lenny Mills up top still. We got David Steen and Nick DeLomo Mike Cartier, and Justin Burdett across the midfield. And our defenders are Eric Levine, Nate Brindle, Sean Conboy, and Chris Burke. Mark Hast in goal. We seem to have settled down on the defensive end, not letting them make big plays here. Now we got to get this offense. Again, active goalkeeper comes out. His defender kicks it out of bounds for a goal kick. Or I'm sorry, corner kick. David Steen has another opportunity for a corner. Last attempt was a short kick. We'll see if he can hook it into the center. We got 2, 4, 6, 7 men up front. Keeper fumbles it, but comes back and recovers. Waits for everybody to clear, puts it down, looks for some pressure, and he likes to kick it off the ground. Chips it up to the 45. Header over the top by Pruitt. Pruitt's the most active player on the field for Peters. Looking over the top again. David Steen heads it out. And we're at midfield with Peters in possession. Drops it back to the defender. Pressure from the forwards helped make that pass go outside. And an errant pass. Eric Levine steps up. Active. Mike Cartier takes the play and plays on. That was a great play from Mike Cartier stealing the ball. Got Nick Palmieri going down the sideline to slide tackle out of bounds. Again, another set play that we can try here from an offensive throw. Definitely much better play in the second half by the Panthers. Starting to maintain control of the ball, maintaining control of the field even by playing in the Peters Township end. A slip throw by Mike McCurry. Palmieri gets it. Mike sends it in the middle. Keeper comes out. What I'd like to see on this goalkeeper, Russo, is he does come out actively, but if we can get something in behind him, this is going to be kind of like the Cannon Mac goalkeeper, coming out of position a little too aggressively. We might be able to put one behind him. Run from behind from Pruitt. These hits from behind are starting to get numerous. No, it wasn't Pruitt, I'm sorry. It was number 7 on the far side. Delomo brings it across. We change the field coming down the left side. And Ashay Kumar's entered the game for the Panthers, and Mike McCurry's in. Vince Delomo makes a nice slide tackle, but Peters gains control, tries to send it forward. And we've got some strong defenders back taking control of the ball. Call goes to White. We're looking for an obstruction call. It's coming White on a throw out of bounds. If it would have been a foul call, it was obstruction against them. This was an out of bounds call. They'd let him play on. Mike Cartier heads it back. And we're going the other way again. Pruitt active. Throw in short. 3 black shirts. Sean Conboy gets around. Centers the ball. He missed the far post. That was a great center in play. Defense was scrambling. Went to the far post on a quick kick and a quick release on the outside by Mark. Out of bounds, off the Peters Township player. We're going for a throw from Chris Burke. Chris Burke makes a long throw. And there was a call by the referee. It must have been a grab on that throw in on Robbie against the player that grabbed Robbie Merritt. Vince Delomo starts the offense at midfield. Chris serves it up. Ball coming over. Mike Cartier's there. Peters disrupts the play, sends it from the back to the mids. Quick transition, header forward. Nate's there. Lachey's on a defensive position against the mids. And Sean Conboy comes out with it. Moves it forward to Mike Cartier. Outside, Ashay Kumar has space. Robbie Merritt looking for a ball. They say he's onside. Cross. Out of bounds for a corner. These set plays, we're looking for a conversion here. Robbie Merritt's going to take this one. Peters has it packed in the box with 3, 6, all 11 players down inside the box. Comes out for a header from Sean Conboy, what we were looking for. Back to the middle, a lot of white shirts. Settles it to Nate Brindle. One man back, good ball. Everybody reset on side. Nick Palmieri wide open. The keeper's out on the far side of the box. We couldn't get somebody coming in the other way. This is what I said about an active goalkeeper. Whenever you pull him out, you have the chance to go behind him. On that kind of a quick start, that's the way we want to get that transition going in. Ball crossed through the box, so it's going to be an out-of-bounds throw as we substitute players here. Peters Township bringing it out deep in their defensive zone. Peters up. Vince DeLomo brings it down, settling in the box. Goalkeeper's there for pressure. Robbie Merritt's in. Keeper came up with it. Everybody's settling back for a punt. Brings it out to midfield. Ball settled. Vince is active in the middle. Peters comes out with the ball. Looking through. Nice interception by Eric Levine. Try to send it up for Nick Palmieri in transition. Goes out of bounds. Long throw from the Peters back. Chests it down. Across the middle. Pruitt again is setting up. Ball through, and Nate makes a stop with his chest. Vince DeLomo out. Ashay Kumar has plenty of field to keep moving. The collapse of the white shirts on the sidelines and a ball out of bounds. We got Lenny Mills ready to go in on the sidelines here. And a chip out of bounds, our throw in. Colin Fiduska, his first efforts into the game, goes in for Michael McCurry. And Lenny Mills subs for Nick Palmieri up front. Okay, Chris Burke is setting up at about our 30-yard line to throw over the top. Looking for Robbie Merritt. He heads it down. Peters takes control, sends it to the back. Goes to the far side. Big kick over the top. Again, out of bounds. Chris Burke watches it go past the goal line. As we started this half, that's what seems to be Peters' strategy right now. Look for the long ball, look for the breakaway. They'll settle for a 1-0 game. We're just at the midpoint, 21 minutes left in the second half. 1-0 Peters Township on that first minute goal. We've maintained control of the play through a majority of the second half here. Nate Brindle set to send it up forward. Lenny Mills makes a touch, chips it back. Vince DeLomo gets run down. Play on. Ball in the center, looked for a through ball again. They're looking for through balls at about that 30-yard line. From the 30-yard line into about the 15, they've got men stationed. They're ready to break on the ball. Okay. Michael McCurry back in. Justin Burdett out for a breather here. Nate Brindle took that kick. Nicely chipped in, almost over the head of the Peters defender. Set up for Mike Cartier. Didn't get there. Peters trying to play ball control, and they're giving it up. Mike Cartier makes a nice backflip. We got Danny Poljak in on the far side, too. We missed his substitution. Mike Cartier controls it. Peters Township bringing it out. Pushing one man up. That's all they're doing. They're packed in the back on defense, and they're pushing one or two men up. Nice slide tackle. Takes the ball away from Eric Levine. 13's in. Good stop. Mike McCurry coming up near side of the field. Sean Conboy makes a stop. Vince DeLomo looks for room. Play it off his left foot. Looks up for Lenny. Lenny Mills makes a turn. It's 2 on. 1 on 3. 1 on 4. Lenny's coming across the middle. Robbie Merritt's up there. Lenny's on the 18, waiting for a break. Nick Palmieri comes in for an offensive show up front as we take the throw in from the 35. Robbie Merritt's out. Down to 19 minutes left in the half. And we are looking for an offensive push up to with a nice inadvertent stop by Vince DeLomo that turned out to be a good play up to Nick Palmieri at the 18. We're going to take a direct kick on a Chris Burke hold. Peters is going in on the 40 on the offensive side of the field, 45. Looking again for a long feed in at or near the 18 over the top ball. Nice play by Chris Burke, went up and got the header. Ball still loose, coming from an offside position. Cannot play the ball. Okay, Nate Brindle takes the out kick. Looking for Lenny midfield. Header backing in by the Peters Township player, and we're going to take a throw from the left side with Chris Burke. Long throw. Nick's there, sent it in for himself, which was a nice play. Intercepted by the 17, the Peters Township defender. Vince DeLomo active, out to Colin Fiduska. We got numbers, 3 on 2. All right, we have a direct kick on the 15-yard line, right outside the box. We have 8 in the box with Eric Levine feeding the ball in. Nice header, looked for the upper corner. Across the goal line off of Upper St. Clair will bring a kick from the Peters Township goalkeeper. One nothing. We're still stuck at that score. 16 minutes left. Nice header by Mike Cartier to try to settle the ball. Moving forward with the Peters Township. 3 on. Settles the ball back, crosses to the middle. Nice play out. Collins sends it up forward. Nick Palmieri in open field, feeds it too far ahead for himself. Settles it by Mike Cartier. And Nate Brindle takes it in the back. Looks for Mike McCurry. Nice outside pass, a little bit long for Mike McCurry. Throw in Peters. Long throw. Chris Burke steps in. Sean Conboy takes control. We send it across to Eric Levine. Looking to open up the field at this point and eliminate these double teams. Ball comes across, gets headed out by a defender. Fed back in by Sean Conboy. Mike McCurry missed the elbow coming down. Tried to shoulder the ball down to himself. Out of bounds on the near sidelines. Peters is going to take the throw. It's a fast-paced game here. Both sides going back and forth. Not many clean offensive chances. We've had a handful of set plays and corner kicks that we would have liked to have converted. And a throw-in comes back. Mike McCurry heads it down. Paul Merrick takes control. Sends it across. Peters intercepts. Man on the run, Sean Conboy disrupts that play nicely. Outside to Mike McCurry. Inside to Vince DeLomo. Looks for Colin Fiduska on the outside. Vince is still active in the middle. Hits off a defender. Ball shot out of the corner. Defensive throw for St. Clair here to get the ball out. And we got Robbie Merritt subbing back in for Colin Fiduska. Throw down the sidelines. Ball gets sent in and over the crossbar. It'll be a goal kick coming out from Mark Hast. We're looking to try to generate some offense. Everybody's set. Ball comes out to and is intercepted by Peters Township. Nick Palmieri comes out of a pack of white shirts with the ball. Tips it outside, can't get there. Peters Township throw in. Looking down the sidelines. Again, a slip throw. Nice touch by Lenny to Nick Palmieri. Looking for Robbie Merritt coming down the outside. A missed touch, but recovery by Peters Township. Coming from behind. We're in a defensive posture. Nice header coming in and an offside call. It was a nice setup on a crossing play with a streaking number 14 coming down the right side. Mark does a quick start. A lot of talk and argument about the offside call, but we tried to get a move out. Mike McCurry battling on the sidelines. And we get the call. Quick start by Chris Burke across to Sean Conboy. Trying to look for space. There's a lot of holding. Okay, we got the call again. A lot of riding, a lot of holding by number 2. Gets the warning by the referee. We get the call at the 30-yard line on the football field going in. Great offensive opportunity here that we've got to cash in on sometime soon. We're sitting at 11 minutes left in the game. Eric Levine serves it up. Over the top. Nice try for a bicycle by Vince DeLomo. Out of bounds on the end line. And another goalkeeper kick. The activity of the game has been up and down the field. I mean, there's going to be some tired legs out there. Steady substitution by the Panthers. Nice chip over the top. Lenny Mills is streaking. Works in the box. He's still got a chance. He's out to the front. Vince DeLomo. Soft right foot shot. Gets run down. Goes across the end line. Keeper was moving towards that ball, towards the far post on the right. And we've got another kick coming out. Clears it across midfield, headed by Mike Cartier forward, back out by the Peters Township defenders. Sean Conboy out there. Man's offside again. Turn back. As Peters moves offensive players forward. Nice play by Sean Conboy to intercept that coming across. Long ball we're playing. Tried an effort to get Nick Palmieri free. Goalkeeper was at the top of the box, let it ride back, and he's ready to punt. Floating towards the sidelines. Chris Burke comes up with a header, settles it to Vince DeLomo. Nice play up to Eric Levine. They call a handball and a chest trap. It was an effort to try and get a through ball. Peters Township content to bring the ball up slowly for a restart. As the clock winds down to almost 9 minutes left. Long ball over the top. Chris gets up, heads it out of bounds. It's a corner kick. Corner set up again slowly. As the clock starts being wound down. Taking them almost 30 seconds to set this corner kick up. They're using the clock to their advantage. Crossing in. Nice header, but it was nowhere in the direction of the net. And again, Pruitt came from an offside position, tried to play, kicked it on the far side out of bounds. So it's an offside call. Chris Burke is taking the kick. Quick kick across to Mark. Mark Hass is going to clear outside. Past Nate. Over to Robbie Merritt. Nate Brindle setting it up. Pruitt, like I said, is the most active player on this field out here, trying to disrupt play up on the back line. And Nate's been in his pocket. Another corner effort here by Peters Township. They've gained advantage in the field position and gotten two corners directly back. We've got 8 guys back. They're pushing up 4. So we do have man advantage. We've got a player right in front of Mark. Low ball on the ground. Dummies it across, looking for a play out there from the front, and Nate clears it. With everybody pushed up into the box, it's a long run to get after that clearing pass. A header over the top, Chris Burke's double team, and Pruitt beat him to the ball. They're in the corner, and he wins a corner kick. 6.5 minutes, and the clock winding in a 1-0 score. Peters Township leading on the first minute goal. Clears across, looking for a header. Mark comes up, gets a hand on it. They change direction. This is 2-0 score on a header. At 6:22, Peters Township makes it 2-0. That was the third consecutive play up the field that resulted in a corner kick. Russo gets the goal for Peters, and it's 2-0 with 6:22 left in the game. A lot of bodies in front of the net. Not sure if Mark got a hand on it. There were a couple deflections. Ended up in the back of the net. They played patiently, gained some field control, and Peters Township got 3 set plays from a corner kick. Third one converted. And we've got to go to hard work here for 6 minutes of active time on an offensive thrust. Everybody's going to be pushing up. We're keeping one man back. They're only pushing one man up. Sean Conboy, makes that interception. Goes down. We get the call. Nate Brindle gets pushed into the offense. Chris Burke is the only guy back. Eric Levine's up. We're all up on the box. Over the top by Nate. Gets something on the confusion. Clears the ball out. And here comes Pruitt. Again, lots of hands, lots of arms. Pruitt over the top gets called. Nice ball in. Robbie Merritt. Far side, we needed Mike McCurry. He was just a step behind the ball coming across. The bench is disrupting play, pulling the referee across, looking for an explanation on the call on Pruitt. Clock's still running down. Guaranteed hometown advantage here. We're arguing to reset the clock while he's giving the explanation. Continues to run less than 4.5 minutes at this point. 2-0 Peters Township. A header on the clear and kick by Mike Cartier. Moves forward. Peters Township now will be content to send the ball out. We've got to play in their end. We've got to push the offense. Throw in by Nate Brindle. Goes off of Mike Cartier, headed towards the box. Cleared out. Again, we're taking long kicks out. We're trying to delay and eat the clock by Peters Township. Over the top with a forearm. We've got another direct kick. This one we're going to set up for a play. He kicked the ball. This gentleman got a yellow card, number 11, for just disrupting the play, trying to delay the game. We're sitting here right now with 4 minutes left. 2-0 the score. Peters Township leading Upper St. Clair. Robbie Merritt's going to serve the ball in. And the Peters Township coaches clear up the sidelines, chasing the referees. We want to get something out of this one for sure. Service over the top. Header by Sean Conboy missed. Goalkeeper slid over. Good effort for a set play. Long punt out. Nate Brindle on the back line makes the stop. Chris Burke's clearing out. A lot of balls are going to go forward from the back line on Upper St. Clair. 3.5 minutes left. 2-0 Peters Township. Run off the ball by Vince DeLomo. And now he's laying down for a delay call. This is Pruitt. Made sure he got the call and did go down. Now stop the clock. 3 minutes, 3:04 left. Pruitt's walking off the field. And we're getting a Peters Township substitution for him. Tough situation here. 3 minutes, 4 seconds left. 2-0 Peters Township. We've generated offense in spurts. And now we've got to make a heavy push on 3-0. He wants them to stop. They've started the clock without the referee's signal. Over the top, header in. Mike McCurry clears the ball out of the box. Ball moving up to open field. Mike Cartier has it. Forearmed. Run off the ball by 13. Peters Township screaming for a ball as they run our guys off the ball. Over the top. Should be another call, but no call. Another hit. It's getting chippy in the last 2 minutes here again. Header down the sidelines. And it's going to be a White Peters throw in. Time's clicking. Down to 2 minutes with a 2-0 score. Peters Township substitutes at every stoppage to drag the time down. Long throw. Sean Conboy sends it up. And Peters settles the ball. Nate Brindle over for the recovery. Quick to the ball, plays it back to Mark Hast. Plays it up, out, forward. Vince DeLomo forward with a header. Eric Levine steps in. We've got 2 white shirts on 1 defender on the short side with Chris Burke. Mark picks up the ball, and we're going for a long punt. Sending the ball out. Down to the last minute of play. 2-0, Peters Township. Black ball. St. Clair. 2 goals in 1 minute. This is a monumental task for us to start taking on. Vince DeLomo goes across, tries to set Robbie Merritt up going down the sidelines. It's again an offensive throw. We've got to hustle. Time is ticking. Down less than 30 seconds. 2-0. Chris Burke sends it forward. Over the top. Keeper comes out. Makes the stop. 20 seconds left. Taking his time. Putting the ball down. Waiting for pressure. Sends the ball up the midfield. Headed down by Michael McCurry. Sent forward. We're down to the countdown. 10. Vince DeLomo comes across. They send it forward. Nate Brindle makes a play on the back side. And final score, Peters Township 2, Upper St. Clair 0. And we move into the second half of the season with 1 defeat.